5 months ago, I was questioning my life choices while shredding my 50th block of cheese manually. Something was telling me that there should be a better way. And when I started looking for a good automatic cheese grater, I saw this blender food processor combo and thought, what could be worse than shredding more cheese by hand? And 5 months later, I do not regret it, and it hasn't let me down, as long as I paid attention to the lines on the side of the pitcher. Those do matter, but more on that later. Things that I like about this blender. Big pitcher. I was able to shred a whole salad into it with no problem. 1 pound of carrots in 2 minutes. Also shredded them like a dream, and I did not have to do it in batches. Cheese shredding, I can easily shred multiple blocks without dumping them out. Also, if you're doing a Mexican cheese blend, you can add your spices right in and it will mix it evenly. The chute of the blender is not super big or small. I do recommend leaving the veggies as big as you can for a better shred. If you chop up your veggies too small, they will become more of a mush versus a shred. And you have the other disc for grating that is made for it. And there you want to chop it smaller for best effect. This blender does well with smoothies and sauces, both with a big pitcher and a small cup. I love that the small cup has little built-in scraper for the sides so things like honey don't stick to the side, which my previous blender didn't have. The drinking lid is also leak-proof and very comfortable. Also, blending hot liquids like soups or sauces is easy since it's heat-proof and there's no splatter. Now remember the lines I mentioned earlier? Well, apparently if you want to make dough, you cannot fill it past the line and expect it to work. It just refused to mix when I overfilled it. The dough setting is only good for small batches of dough. If you stick to a small batch, it will work great. But for anything more than 8 cookies, I would stick to a mixer as it becomes a clumpy mess that takes forever to scoop out and put into a mixer. Cleaning the blender is easy. You can just put some water and soap and blend it, or you can pop everything into a dishwasher. Keep in mind that this blender does have quite a bit of crevices, so you will have to dump some water after the dishwasher is done. The blender is great on safety features too. It made me think I had a defective model since the menu would not turn on for me when I did not lock it in properly. So if it's not turning on for you, it is probably not clicked in all the way. The blender is quite loud. If you're looking for something quiet, this is not for you. Definitely not a quiet appliance. It's very powerful, but it sounds like, well, a loud blender. This blender does come with a recipe book. You can find a couple of fun recipes there. After using this blender for nearly 5 months, I can confidently say I will never grate cheese by hand again. I only wish I had bought it sooner.